As one of Hollywood's great tragic figures, Robin Williams inspired generations of film-goers with his beloved roles in movies like Dead Poets Society, Aladdin. Mrs. Disney Plus original shows will now debut on Wednesdays instead of Fridays. Doubtfire, Good Will Hunting, Jumanji, and more. The comedian was famous for his hilarious improvisational skills, on-screen depth, and general air of kindness, and peers and fans alike were heartbroken when Williams tragically passed away in 2014 after taking his own life. The release date shift of upcoming Disney Plus series like Monsters at Work and Turner and Hooch comes in the wake of the monumental success of Marvel Studios Loki, which became the most watched Marvel premiere for the streamer after moving its release to Wednesdays. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Disney Plus is shifting its original series release dates from Fridays to Wednesdays, affecting all global original series including the Pixar spin-off series Monsters at Work, the live-action reboot Turner and Hooch, and new seasons of returning shows like Short Circuit Season 2. The Wednesday shift is strictly for Disney Plus original series and will extend to Star Wars properties like The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett, as well as upcoming Marvel TV shows. The actor left behind a substantial on-screen legacy, as well as 3 children, daughters Zelda and sons Cody and Zach. His kids have since poignantly remembered their famous dad in the years following his death, with Zach honoring Williams with the name of his son, and Cody getting married on Williams's birthday in 2019. Williams may have brought smiles to fans' faces in his decades of TV and movie roles, but his off-screen life was sadly complicated and at times destructive. His untimely death at age 63 robbed Tinseltown of one of its all-time greatest talents, and it's difficult not to mourn Williams's passing as a premature loss. However, original movies will continue to bow on Fridays. See the list of updated premieres below. Monsters at Work from July 2 to July 7, Turner and Hooch from July 16 to July 21, Behind the Attraction from July 16 to July 21, Chip and Dale Parklife from July 23 to July 28, Turning the Tables with Robin Roberts from July 30 to July 28, The Wonderful World of Mickey Mouse Batch 2 from July 30 to July 28, Growing Up Animal from August. These are the many demons Robin Williams battled over the course of his challenging life. If you or someone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK, 8255, or text HOME to the crisis text line at 741741. Robin Williams's parents were absent during his childhood. Born in Chicago in 1951 and later raised in Bloomfield Hills, Mich. Robin Williams didn't have a stereotypically happy childhood. 20 to August 18, Short Circuit Season 2 from July 30 to August. The comedian was raised by nannies and members of his household staff and struggled to connect with his parents due to the rigorous travel schedules of his automotive executive father and fashion model mother. Telling People in 2009 that, the ideal child was seen, not heard. Williams later described how, as a lonely child, he finally connected to his mother through comedy. "I tried to find things to make her laugh," he said in Dave Itzkoff's 2018 biography, "Robin, doing voices or anything that would get a response out of her." That same year, the HBO documentary, Robin Williams, Come Inside My Mind, featured footage of Williams recalling seeing his normally stoic father laughing while watching The Tonight Show with Jonathan Winters, and realizing that telling jokes could help him grow closer to his father. For what this will mean for streaming competition, sources tell THR that the release date shift is designed to accommodate the increased volume of original content on Disney+, but it's just as likely that it's been made to get out of the increasingly packed streaming debut day that is Friday. Netflix traditionally launches entire seasons of its new original shows on Friday, as do many of the other streaming platforms like Hulu and Amazon Prime. This has led to Friday becoming a battle royale for audiences' attention. June 11, for example, saw the return of Netflix's global hit Lupin, while Hulu launched the second season of Love, Victor, and Apple debuted the second season of Home Before Dark. Loki's debut 2 days earlier on Wednesday left it with no major competition and a whole lot of buzz. HBO Max and Peacock, however, have gotten out early, preferring to launch new shows on Thursdays, like HBO Max's The Flight Attendant, Made for Love, Hacks, and Gossip Girl, and Peacock with Rutherford Falls, and Girls 5 Eva. "My dad was a sweet man but not an easy laugh," Williams recalled, via Yahoo Entertainment. "My dad lost it, and I went, 'Who is this guy who made my father laugh?'" Williams expanded on his relationship with his parents during his 2001 interview on Inside the Actors Studio.
"She was kind of really part of my whole comedy upbringing," he said of his mother, adding of his elegant and stern father an isolated childhood. He found this old, gigantic mansion that he rented. "I kind of just had myself to play with." Robin Williams allegedly groped his Mork and Mindy co-star. Robin Williams's starring role on the Mork and Mindy sitcom won the comedian mainstream stardom, playing the lovable alien Mork from the planet Ork. The series premiered in 1978 and co-starred actress Pam Dauber as Mork's human friend turned wife, Mindy. Paramount Plus also has taken a liking to premiering its originals on Thursdays. The weekly Friday releases of Disney Plus shows like WandaVision, The Mandalorian, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier have generally given the streamer longer legs than Netflix's binge model, but freeing up Fridays will give less buzzy Disney Plus originals a chance at success. Funnily enough, we might even see the return of daily scheduling like in the primetime TV days, Rolling Stone's Alan Sepinwall observed, with Disney Plus and its weekly releases leading the way. Cool posts from around the web. But Williams's unique style of improvisational comedy sometimes allegedly crossed the line on set, as Dauber claimed in Dave Itzkoff's Robin. The biography also recalled inappropriate moments Williams inserted into the show, like allegedly poking a woman's posterior with a cane during a scene. "I had the grossest things done to me, by him," Dauber alleged, before clarifying that she wasn't bothered by Williams's alleged behavior. "And I never took offense. I mean, I was flashed, humped, bumped, grabbed. I think he probably did it to a lot of people. But it was so much fun. Somehow he had that magic. Even though, if you put it on paper, you would be appalled. Somehow he could get away with it." The series director, Howard Storm, corroborated Dauber's claims, similarly referring Williams's alleged bad behavior as just Robin being Robin, whenever he was feeling bored. Storm explained, he'd be doing a whole paragraph, and in the middle of it, he would just turn and grab Dauber's ass. Or grab a breast. And we'd start again. I'd say, "Robin, there's nothing in the script that says you grab Pam's ass." And he'd say, "Oh, okay." Robin Williams battled cocaine addiction. Robin Williams openly admitted throughout his career that cocaine was a dangerous vice for him, revealing in Dave Itzkoff's Robin how the drug was part of his life from his early years in comedy. "They give it to you for free," Williams said, adding, "Everyone will pump you up if you're ready, because it also gives them some control over you." The 2018 biography also detailed how cocaine became part of the actor's regular routine during his Mork and Mindy days. Describing the drug as like a sedative, a way of pulling back from people and from a world that he was afraid of, Williams explained, "I did cocaine so I wouldn't have to talk to anybody." Williams was also reportedly present during the deadly cocaine binge that took the life of fellow comedian John Belushi in 1982. Shortly after, Williams quit the drug ahead of his son Zach's, pictured above, birth the following year. The Belushi tragedy was frightening, the Hook star told People in 1988. His death scared a whole group of show business people. It caused a big exodus from drugs. And for me there was the baby coming. I knew I couldn't be a father and live that sort of life. Robin Williams also struggled with alcoholism similarly to his cocaine use. Robin Williams fought an addiction to alcohol, and quit drinking when his eldest son, Zach, was born in the early 80s. He would relapse on several occasions, but Williams stayed sober for nearly 20 years, before falling back into drinking in 2003 while filming in Alaska. "I was in a small town, and then I thought, drinking. I just thought, hey, maybe drinking will help," he told The Guardian in 2010. "Because I felt alone and afraid, and it was the worst thing in the world. You feel warm and kind of wonderful. And then the next thing you know, it's a problem, and you're isolated." Following his relapse, the celeb would go to rehab in 2006 after a family intervention. Speaking about his father's struggles with alcohol, Zach Williams told the New York Times in 2009 that there was an ultimatum attached to Robin's rehab stint. "There were times when many of us were asking questions, saying, hey, what the hell is going on?" Zach said, "I'm pretty confident that if he continued drinking, he would not be alive today." Shortly before his death in August 2014, Robin Williams went back to a rehab facility to maintain his sobriety, with his representative telling HuffPost that July, after working back-to-back projects, Robin is simply taking the opportunity to fine-tune and focus on his continued commitment, of which he remains extremely proud.
Infidelity doomed Robin Williams's first marriage. Robin Williams's skyrocketing fame in the 70s and 80s made him a hot romantic commodity, which eventually doomed his first marriage to Valerie Velarde, pictured above. In a People article written in 1988, the year Williams and Velarde separated, the actor described the turmoil he felt about his infidelities. "For many years, I was addicted to women, as if to a drug. That's over now. But looking back, I find it humiliating. Degrading. I'm ashamed." That same year, a lawsuit filed by one of Williams's mistresses, Michelle Tish Carter, went public, in which she claimed to have had a 2-year relationship with Williams that included him giving her herpes, which he denied in a countersuit. "Very attractive women throw themselves at men in his position," Velarde told People about Williams. "You'd have to be a saint to resist. Besides, neither of us was prepared for the sudden life shift. But I admit the other women were harder to take after I'd had a child." Velarde is the mother of their son, Zach. In 1989, Williams's divorce from Velarde was finalized, and that same year, he married Marcia Garces, his nanny-turned-mistress-turned-second wife. Williams and Garces welcomed son Cody and daughter Zelda together before splitting in 2008. The comedian's third marriage to Susan Schneider came in 2011. The two were still together when Williams died in 2014. Robin Williams allegedly had money issues. Robin Williams appeared in many films in the last 2 decades of his life, but a good number of them were critically panned, allegedly keeping up his strenuous professional pace to alleviate money woes. In a 2014 report following Williams's death, sources cited by Radar Online claimed that the actor had accepted film and TV roles that he didn't enjoy doing solely for the paycheck, including a since-axed sequel to his beloved film Mrs. Doubtfire. In a 2013 interview with Parade, Williams opened up about his financial troubles, noting that the idea of having a steady job was appealing. While speaking about his decision to return to TV in the CBS sitcom The Crazy Ones. "There are bills to pay," Williams simply said. "My life has downsized, in a good way. I'm selling the ranch up in Napa. I just can't afford it anymore." When asked whether he was bankrupted by his 2 divorces, he admitted that he lost enough money over the years. "Divorce is expensive. I used to joke they were going to call it, all the money, but they changed it to, alimony." Williams added, "It's ripping your heart out through your wallet. Are things good with my exes? Yes. But do I need that lifestyle? No." Robin Williams suffered from depression according to his representatives. Robin Williams was battling severe depression when he died in 2014, via NBC News. However, the actor had struggled with depression for decades, and even described his challenges in a 2007 interview captured by CNN. "No, I'm not always fun to be around," he said. "And that there is this thing of, yeah, the world sees one thing, and what am I like at home? Different, because I can't always be on." Friend and comedian Eric Idle revealed to Entertainment Weekly how he tried to set up a guest appearance from Williams during the final Monty Python reunion show in 2013, a period during which Williams was going downhill. Idle explained, "He said he could come, but he didn't want to be on stage. I said, I totally get that. Because he was suffering from severe depression. In the end he said, I can't come, I'm sorry, but I love you very much." We realized afterwards he was saying goodbye. After Williams's 2014 death, his wife, Susan Schneider Williams, confirmed to People that Williams was indeed struggling with depression at the time of his passing. However, she added, it was not depression that killed Robin. Depression was one of let's call it 50 symptoms, and it was a small one. Robin Williams's painful final year included on-set anguish following Robin Williams's death in 2014. More information emerged about the extreme mental decline he experienced in the final months of his life. One of the actor's last on-screen roles was that year's Night at the Museum, Secret of the Tomb, with the film's crew revealing harrowing details of Williams's anguish on set, as he battled mysterious ailments, which doctors at the time believed were linked to Parkinson's disease. He was sobbing in my arms at the end of every day, Sherry Mins, a makeup artist for the film, claimed in the 2018 Robin biography by Dave Itzkoff. It was horrible. Horrible. But I just didn't know. I said to his people, I'm a makeup artist. I don't have this capacity to deal with what's happening to him. Williams's wife, Susan Schneider Williams, described Williams's challenges in a 2016 essay about his final months for neurology. During the filming of the movie, Robin was having trouble remembering even one line for his scenes, she wrote. While just 3 years prior he had played in a full 5-month season of the Broadway production Bengal Tiger at the Baghdad Zoo, often doing 2 shows a day with hundreds of lines, and not one mistake. Schneider-Williams added, "This loss of memory and inability to control his anxiety was devastating to him. Robin was losing his mind and he was aware of it. Can you imagine the pain he felt as he experienced himself disintegrating?" Robin Williams died tragically in 2014. The entertainment world was left in shock when Robin Williams was found dead in his home in Tiburon, Calif. On August 11, 2014. His cause of death was ruled to be asphyxia due to suicide by hanging, according to USA Today. "This morning, I lost my husband and my best friend, while the world lost one of its most beloved artists and beautiful human beings," Williams's wife, Susan Schneider-Williams, shared in a statement, adding, "I am utterly heartbroken." Williams's daughter, Zelda, also publicly mourned her father's passing, writing in a since-deleted tweet, via E! News, "I love you. I miss you. I'll try to keep looking up." As news of Williams's death circulated, his famous friends flooded the internet with stories of his kindness, with many surprised to learn that he had been sick or suffering. When Schneider-Williams later revealed that Williams was believed to be struggling with anxiety, depression, and a recent Parkinson's disease diagnosis at the time of his death, fellow actor Michael J. Fox, who has publicly battled Parkinson's for decades, expressed his surprise and grief on Twitter. Stunned to learn Robin had PD, Fox tweeted, adding that Williams had supported his organization for Parkinson's research. "Pretty sure his support for our foundation predated his diagnosis. A true friend. I wish him peace. If you or someone you know is having suicidal thoughts, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 1-800-273-TALK, 8255, or text HOME to the crisis text line at 741741. Robin Williams's brain disease wasn't diagnosed until after his death in yet another stunning and sad discovery 3 months following Robin Williams's death. A November 2014 coroner's report revealed that he had actually been suffering from Lewy body dementia, LBD. According to the Lewy Body Journal, this is a progressive dementia that comprises Parkinson's disease-like physical symptoms, as well as a serious decline in cognitive abilities. The doctors' reactions were all the same: that Robin's was one of the worst LBD pathologies they had seen and that there was nothing else anyone could have done. Williams's wife, Susan Schneider-Williams, wrote in an essay for Neurology in 2016. Noting that her late husband had been diagnosed with Parkinson's in May 2014, she added, "We had an answer. But somehow I knew Robin was not buying it. It is apparent to me now that he was most likely keeping the depth of his symptoms to himself." Tragically, even if Williams had been correctly diagnosed with LBD while he was alive, it would have almost certainly claimed him in the end. He had died by suicide, Schneider-Williams continued, following the disease's intense, confusing, and relatively swift persecution. She continued, "Even if we experienced some level of comfort in knowing the name of the disease, and fleeting hope from temporary comfort with medications, the terrorist was still going to kill him. There is no cure and Robin's steep and rapid decline was assured."